We're seeing a 20-year upward trend in school violence when it comes to active shooters. I call them active killers. Schools have implemented enhanced video systems, access control, bulletproof glass, panic buttons, magnetometers, and gunshot detection systems. However, there's 2 points I want to make here. First, there is no fail-safe system. Motivated, I use the term actors to be politically correct here, routinely adjust tactics to defeat access denial and security strategies. Secondly, none of these systems will stop a crisis in the schools once it starts. First responders are the ones who can. I'm a firm believer that having a trained school resource officer or deputy in every one of our schools is priority one for us in Florida. One of the approaches that we've used in Seminole County that I'm here to talk about today, and I think it's the single most important capability of a school must have, is the ability to instantly, directly communicate with first responders in emergency. An event's occurred, we use a soft panic button as the trigger for our system. But when that button is activated to declare an emergency in our schools, there's a multimedia interoperable approach that we take from there. A secured event's created. Anybody that is on our secure list is automatically accessible to that video via push. I can incorporate radio, cell phones. I can take floor plans and push it out to individuals. What's unique about it, if God forbid I had a mass casualty incident, I can immediately start sharing that video to our hospitals, our trauma levels centers, and start making sure. It's one thing to talk about, this is what I have through a triage report, but it's nice to see it live and be able to communicate that. Obviously, the golden rule is time saved means lives saved, and this product in itself offers that ability to have a secured interoperability with that school system and law enforcement. It is nice to know that I can immediately determine the number of threats, where the threats are, where they've been, etc. When I inherited this school safety and security role, the only person in our system that could lock a school down was the principal. Even though I had a gun-toting law enforcement trained school resource deputy or officer on every single one of our campuses, obviously that was one of the first things I wanted to change. And a scenario that has played out over and over again when I'm talking about this is you have a custodial person picking up garbage at whatever high school. They see a strange vehicle come pulling in. They see an individual get out, looks like they have a weapon, start heading to the front office. Obviously not there to sell Girl Scout cookies. And then that custodial person is, before this technology, was simply looking for that two-way radio or picking up their cell phone, trying to reach that principal. And then that principal, some are better than others, we know, is having to go through a few questions. Do I lock the school down? Do I call my resource officer? Do I call 911, etc.? Again, wasting valuable time. What this system does, it eliminates that time. By the push of that button, even before the call is even dispatched to 911, this is creating that bridge where everybody on campus is immediately notified. Obviously, student privacy comes into consideration when you start sharing video. This is a secured network where it is, once the event's triggered, it's something that is secured. We invite people into it. It can be, if they're not on that invite list, we can also email them for that particular event. And when that event clears, that secured network is gone. So there's nobody coming back in looking at video or anything like that. Through Mutual Link, it eliminates that because obviously you're not sending out certain alarms, something like that. All this is a collective collaboration that's a multimedia event.
And what was the name of the program? I don't know if you mentioned it. What was the name of the program you used?
So I used, 2.5 years ago when I started this journey, I was looking for something that was user-friendly, that was had curb appeal, but had built-in safety features in it. So I used, Mutual Link was the first partner I had, and that's that interoperability where, I'm not from Texas, but I like seeing stuff work before I buy it. This product I mentioned earlier, the Mutual Link Rave, that's one thing that, bar none, I would say do it because it works.